how Hummingbird Hollow came to be. This is our story. So my husband and I live currently with our children and grew up right outside of a city in the suburb area where houses are on top of each other and you don't have too much property. We have always had the desire to have land for our children, for ourselves, to be in nature. We love to hike, we love to garden, we love having the dogs outside running around, and this has been a dream of ours for many years. About 2 years ago, we started looking for property in the Adirondack. We knew we wanted about 20 plus acres so that we had some space from our neighbors and land to grow in and be able to use what we wanted it for. Last summer, my husband was turning 50, and to celebrate, I took him on vacation to the Adirondack and told him we were going to start looking in person. We were up for a really long weekend and had a couple properties we wanted to look at. We found a property that was beautiful. It was about 25 acres, a little bit under 30 acres that we loved, and we quickly made an offer on it. Our only apprehension was the building codes were very stringent and there wasn't too much flat land. It was all hillside. We made an offer, and I have to say now, luckily that offer fell through. We were told the offer fell through because the owners did not want to sell to out-of-towners, which was very frustrating to us at that point, but really was the best option for us. So we went home. We continued looking for properties. We found a few that we really wanted to see and had a friend that knew a realtor that was great to work with. We got in touch with her and came back to the Adirondack for another weekend. We were planning on seeing a few different properties and went to see one of them. When we were at one of the properties, the realtor that was showing it to us told us about a property up the road, and we did not see it that day. But my husband just kept thinking about it and was up late that night and researched that property. And when we woke up the next morning, he said, we have to just go drive and see this property first before we meet up with the realtor to see a couple of the properties we had requested to see. So we drove to the property that we had heard about, that my husband had researched, and walked the property and fell in love. So we wanted to call the realtor and say, listen, can you come and meet us here instead of us meeting you where we were scheduled to meet, because we really just want this property. But unfortunately, it was off grid and there was absolutely no cell service. So we had to drive about 5-6 miles into a town to be able to call her. And she was like, you sure you don't want to meet, and see some of the other properties? We're like, no, let's cancel them for now. Can you come meet us here? So we agreed, and she came to meet us at this property, and we walked the property. My husband and I were in love. The kids were in love. We decided at that moment we were going to see no other properties, and we were going to make an offer on this property. And luckily it went very smooth. The owner was spectacular, and he still comes to visit us on the property, which is great that he can come and still enjoy the land that he loved so much and had for many years and cultivated, but was getting too old to take care of. And this is our story. So now we have 50 plus acres. We are not able to be here full-time yet, but are looking forward to being here full-time in the near future and live off-grid and enjoy every moment of our land. And we'll see what is to come.